Hey you guys, it's Peter, and I'm back. And I'm back! Of course I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Boost! I'm YouTube famous now. They say we're young and we don't know. Won't find out until we grow. I got you, babe. I got you, babe. Show me, show me, show me how you do that trick. So since we're going to be talking about boys who wear makeup today, I was thinking, it's like interesting because in, 2017, 2016, like all these guys exploded all over the world wearing makeup. And I was like, I graduated in 1990 and I know for a fact, like in 1986, I started listening to The Cure, 1985, 1986. And Robert Smith back, in those days and all the punk rock stars, Morrissey and all them, they all wore like, eyeliner and makeup and all that kind of stuff. So no, it's not a new thing. But now, like this whole full face of makeup, it's not even a new thing. But apparently, it's a new thing, and social media, and we need to address it. It's like the whole trend thing that comes back around. But I do say this, okay? I do say this, that I do think that it's a topic that we need to discuss. So we're going to talk about it today because I'm highly supportive of that, okay? And I'm highly supportive of everybody having their gig and being happy and doing what they want to do. And I think that in 2018, moving forward into the next world, the next world generation, as the next kids come up into the world, we have to have a more accepting world, and that has to be shown, right? By influencers, creators, brands, movies, everywhere, right? Because let's go back to me coming out when I was 18 years old. I came out on my 18th birthday to a very accepting mother and father and stepmother, and to a very accepting, friend and family circle. I was blessed. I was very, very blessed compared to stories that I've heard. But over time, what I have noticed most that has changed with people's acceptance towards the LGBTQ plus population is pop culture. Things like Ellen DeGeneres coming out, or Neil Patrick Harris, or people talking about getting married as same-sex couples, or Lady Gaga, talking about all this kind of stuff. And it was interesting because I was just looking through Thomas Halbert, because Thomas Halbert was kind of supporting Manny in a lot of these tweets. And so I was reading through Thomas Halbert's tweets. He cracks me up. And see you in London, Thomas. Can't wait. But anyway, I was reading through Thomas's tweets, and he said in there, he goes, not liking Lady Gaga is 100% homophobic. I live. So anyway, but I want to get into this because I think it's important, when we talk about brands supporting men that wear makeup, we're not just talking about men who are showing it in YouTube videos like Manny or Jeffree Star, or Thomas Halbert or people like that. We're talking about it on a bigger level. What we're talking about is brands and influencers that are showing younger kids, we're showing younger generations a positive, world that they can come into and feel like they can be whoever they want to be, gay, straight, or whatever. That's not the issue. The issue is we need more acceptance in the world. And I think that we can do that by pop culture, by the companies that are out there, by the influencers that are making these videos, or on Twitter, or on Instagram, or in movies, or TV shows, or whatever. That's where we're going to see trends change socially, not just with brands or makeup or what we buy, but with how we view the world as well. Because the world has become, like I said, a much more accepting place since we see it in pop culture as well. Back in the day, the biggest kind of, when I was like in high school, the biggest form of acceptance that we had was you might get one character in a movie that was gay, and of course he was real funny and flamboyant, and then everybody at the Oscars wore red ribbons for, HIV awareness. Other than that, like we didn't really have a whole lot of, awareness to social issues that had to do with the LGBT community. Definitely not trans issues. And, gay men and gay women for 20 or 30 years, way before that, but that's when it started, in the late 60s, with Stonewall and all that kind of stuff. But let me step down from my soapbox because, baby, this ain't about all that. But it is. It's always about all that, right? It's always, to me, about the learning experience behind the drama, behind what is going on with pop culture. That is what is interesting to me, right? Is how can I, looking at all the drama, how can I, looking at what's going on with pop culture, change who I am as a person and contribute more to the world in a more positive kind kind and compassionate way. That's what it's all about to me. So let's go borrow from the 60s. They say we're young and we don't know, won't find out until we grow. Oh my God, I love Sonny and Cher. By the way, my book, which is listed below, has a Sonny and Cher song in it. So anyway, little PR marketing. I never talk about my book, but last night I noticed that Manny was messy Manny. I love him. Love you so much, Manny. No, but I do. I love Manny. I'm saying messy because anytime somebody takes to Twitter or wherever, you know, Snapchat especially, oh, those beauty gurus, they always get caught up on the Snapchat, don't they? Delete your Snapchat, girl. They always are forever getting caught up on the Snapchat saying something and finger pointing and let me tell you something, you know, and back it up, fam, back it up. You always talking shit, but you can never back it up. I mean, all that kind of stuff, right? It just cracks me up. So before we get into that, I was looking through, I love this so much. You guys, I just have to say, first of all, to all of you new subscribers out there, thank you so much for getting along here on the WOOF Pack train ride. And for all of you that have been around here for a long time, thank you for watching my videos. It just makes my fucking day to get up and figure out what I'm gonna talk about today and all of the props and the dramas and all the, you know, and all the, I love it. I just love every bit of it. It makes me so happy. And when I get comments back from people and they say, I was having a down day, you really cheered me up or all that kind of stuff, like that's what it's about to me, you know, it really, the whole thing, all of it. So, let me go in here and first say that I was reading through Manny's tweets, and I need to just stay off the Twitter, okay? I need to just, because it's just, I get a little too heated. Now, I have learned I don't get messy, okay? I just don't. I just, if you ever see me tweet out something like, woo, it's a beautiful day today, having the most wonderful day in the world, what you can translate into is, he wants to comment on something messy, but he's stopping himself. See, we all have choices in life. Here's a choice right here. Tana Mojo tweeted out and Manny retweeted it. By the way, what do y'all want to see me film with, wait. I think not. Okay, let's rewind. By the way, what do y'all want to see me film with Manny Mua today for my channel? Nothing, girl. That's what I think about Tana Mojo's video with, Manny, why are you doing a video with Tana Mojo? Seriously? What are y'all gonna do? Smoke some blunts and, I don't know, twerk to Hefner? Girl, we don't need to see all that. Manny, make better choices. I know you got left in the dust by some of your girlfriends, but still, okay? Who are you gonna go hang out with? 18-year-olds and 19-year-olds now? Girl, come on now, okay? There's like Manny and then there's Tana. I'm just saying, okay? Like who you like, but... So anyway, let's get right into this video. I need my horse fan now if we're gonna be talking about Tana Mojo. Oh, we're not gonna talk about her. I haven't used this fan in a long time. Isn't it so pretty? Rock on, gorgeous woman. Okay, so anyway, I noticed that Manny had tweeted out here yesterday, and he said, damn, to all the, and this, what kills me about this is, I think it's important that he's bringing awareness to it, but it's like, you have millions of subscribers on your YouTube channel, you're just realizing this today? Like, why today, girl? Damn, to all the brands that literally never post boys in makeup or once every 200 posts on Instagram, I'm probably just not gonna fuck with you anymore. Well, Manny, where you gonna get your makeup from, girl? So, I mean, maybe it's Maybelline. And then right after that, he says, y'all really swear boys don't work hard at creating content using your product and to show no love at all. Not even liking their picture or a comment. That's fucked up, JS. And at first I was like, girl, why is she why is she subtweeting to Jeffree Star? But then I realized he was just saying. I'm just saying. So anyway, I was a little confused about that. But let's go in here and let's read what some of the comments were about, because they were all very, very supportive of Manny, right? So he said first, damn, to all the brands that literally never post boys in makeup or once every 200 posts on Instagram, I'm probably just not gonna fuck with you anymore. That emoji, which is one of my faves. And then right underneath this, he says, y'all really swear boys don't work hard at creating content using your product and to show no love at all. Not even liking their picture or a comment. That's fucked up, just saying. Well, here's what I think about it, first of all, okay? Why don't you put your money where your mouth is, Manny? if you believe so hard in this, if you really do believe this, and I think it's an important issue, and I back you in this 100%, I really, really do, okay? As we're talking about inclusivity of everyone, okay? And that's what's important to me. Not just just boys, not just men, not just, all this kind of stuff. But we're going to need to talk about race, gender, ethnicity, all of it, okay? When we want to talk about inclusivity, which he addresses in a little bit, so we'll talk about that because I think it's important what he said as well. But, when you're talking about this, why don't you make a video? Why don't you make a video calling out the brands that aren't inclusive of men? That's what I think is interesting, okay? Because there's like 15 and 12-year-old boys out there that watch your videos and they adore you and you're a role model for them and they're posting their pictures out there and they ain't no James Charles with the face hop pop, whatever that shit is. I don't know. It don't matter, okay? He's cover boy. That's all you need to know. So, they're not the next James Charles. They ain't getting the next gig. And they're just like trying to have their friends like their pictures. And maybe a brand notice them once in a while. And who, what, huh? We ain't looking at Johnny's picture. Why don't you call those brands out? Why don't you make a video and say, these are the brands that don't support men wearing makeup? I think that's an important educational video to put out there in the world, okay? We don't need no more tutorials about stuff that you ain't gonna wear really in the real world. We need to know what the real issues are, okay? So, I think it would have been interesting if you would have put a video out like a year ago or 6 months ago when you were talking about how you were making so much money less than everybody else on YouTube. Because was that true or was that not true? I mean, he took the Snapchat about that every drama channel in the world. Girl, I seen your house. I seen your car, okay? I watch your Snapchat. You make okay money. I wish I made that kind of money. I ain't no beauty guru. So anyway, horchata, I love that name, by the way. Not like H-O-R, like the drink that you can get at the gas station. That shit is nasty. But horchata. Okay. Not only that, but they pick a very specific look in a boy. Never anything outside of the norm. Boring. And then Manny says, exactly. Either me or James or Patrick or someone with that kind of aesthetic. Nothing more. Me or James or Patrick. Those are the interesting three that you picked right there to support, don't you? I mean, I can think of a lot of guys, like that Zamora guy. I mean, he's not bad. There's a lot of male makeup gurus out there. Inclusive, exclusive, I'm just saying, right? It's not just the three of you, okay? I know that you guys are like king, queen, and prince, but like, let's just be for real, right? So anyway, but I do love all three of them, so whatever. And then Horchata said, but you had and pioneered that aesthetic since you started, but I feel like now everyone wants to replicate that look. I personally don't wear false lashes or a lot of lipstick, and people questioning me like it's something I have to wear. Manny says, yeah, very true. It's kind of how I always done shit, but I totally feel you got to keep pushing. I'll keep speaking up for the boys. Good. I'm glad that you will, because I think that's important. Horchata says back, you opened the door for so many boys, but now each boy needs to find their own style and brands need to publish different looks. When you drop Lunar Beauty, I want to be your model. And then he puts a picture of himself. And Manny, I think you ought to use this picture in a video like I'm doing, because I think that's really nice. Serious, Horchata. Like Horchata. Everybody go follow him on Twitter. I'll actually link his Twitter below, because I think it's cool that he's trying to say this. And then Mackenzie Seelbach says, I support this. Samantha says, I love this. Horchata says, thank you. And then it goes into this. Jacqueline Summers says, sweet baby Jesus! You slay, girl, you slay! She didn't say the girl, but I like that. I added to it. Okay. Then Garrett Hahn, he says, couldn't agree more. Once you actually scroll through a brand's Instagram page, it's almost shocking how many brands don't post guys in makeup. So let's go here to this Garrett. Oh, he's got a YouTube channel. I've never heard of him. Hey, Garrett, how are you? There he is. So he's obviously a Mua. I mean, I'm a Mua. You're a Mua. Garrett says, couldn't agree more. Once you scroll through a brand's Instagram page, it's almost shocking how many brands don't post guys in makeup. Manny says, I know, you don't really realize it till you look at the brand page and you're like, wow. And then Garrett says 100%, thank you for speaking out about this. I know other smaller male artists as well as myself appreciate it greatly. And then Garrett says, and guys who do makeup in general. What's interesting to me about this is that as much influence as you have out there and with makeup lines and stuff like that and collabs that you do, use more men in all those videos. You could bring more exposure to men out there too. You could do a lot of videos bringing up a fan, that's got like a Garrett right here. You could call out a smaller YouTuber that's a fan, And then Sarah says, true, a lot of brands, Jeffree Star, rarely ever post people of color too, and it's gross and disappointing when you expect to see inclusivity and a brand fails miserably. That's interesting to me, and I'm not like, I mean, I'm not saying anything about Jeffree Star, but I will say this, if you go look at Jeffree Star's like ads and things like that, he actually does post, because I've done my research, because I was going to do that drama video a long time ago. Jeffree actually does do a lot of inclusivity in his stuff, not to mention that, he's addressed that issue, and so I'm not going to address that issue in this video, but I will say this, like, there is a lot of inclusivity in his brand. And there's a lot of inclusivity in a lot of the beauty gurus brands out there that they've done with, you know, Morphe? No. That they've done with, you know, other people like Cover Boy, Cover Girl, you know, James Charles and all that kind of stuff, and Patrick Starr doing it with MAC. There's a lot of that, but then there's the brands that don't, and we need to talk about that. We need to talk about the brands that aren't doing that. Okay. Then Justin says, does he feature white customers somewhere? I haven't seen that either. I know people are angry about his past, but he seems to legit be making an effort to make up for it. No one has to forgive him, but don't create a false narrative like he's featuring some narrative. Okay. Let's just not get it. This is going to turn into a whole Jeffrey thing. Okay. I wish someone would just notice mine. I'm always tagging brands, said Mickey. Well, here, Mickey, Mickey's got a YouTube channel. Here he is. Hey, Mickey, what's up? So I'm going to put Mickey's channel underneath go follow him. Here he is. His YouTube channel. He's a makeup artist, jewelry designer, YouTuber, and everything. There, Mickey, I noticed you. And then he says, yes, honey, retweeting each other's and supporting smaller people and channels will get us there. What's your Instagram? Follow each other back, support. There's a whole long stream in there. You can go in there and follow it. And then it goes into y'all swear boys don't, blah, 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 all this kind of stuff. And then Jill said, that's why I love NYX Cosmetics. And Manny said, same, NYX is amazing. And then this R said, I saw once Fenty Beauty post you and then immediately took it down. I don't know if you caught that though, Manny. And Manny said, I never saw the post, but people told me I actually stopped getting PR from Fenty, so I don't know what happened there. But it's all good. Love their products regardless. R said, yeah, I was so mad when they did that. I even commented on it, and when I went to refresh it, it was gone. There's so many people that just delete comments and shit like that. Cracks me up. Who to brand though? Spill the tea. And Manny said, there's so many I can barely keep track. Well, I think you should start. I think you should do a video with smaller brands and bigger brands. I think it's an important video to make. I think it should be. I think we need a lot of attention brought to this, you know? For the kids out there. Let's talk about it for the people that are out there that want to know, that want representation. I'll link those smaller people there below, and I'll continue to do that because I think it's important to bring attention to it. And I think pop culture has the ability to change society. I do. I love you guys, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye.